Welcome truckers, welcome back to Let's Play American Truck Simulator. We're in the middle of a job actually, because last time we left off right here in the middle of the road. Now the reason for that is, if you quit the game it automatically saves, usually no matter where you are. And however, if you're driving along at whatever speed above 0, you always get reset to 0 in the spot that you've quit. So I took this chance last time where we actually had to almost do it like an emergency stop at some roadworks because it was a pretty good place to stop. Anyway, we still have the... Oops. Alright. I have a bit more of a load. We still have the 3 trailers, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Yeah. Power. That was pretty cool, that sound. I hope no one jumps in behind me like the AI likes to do. There we go. I love this road train. And yeah, like I said in one of the comments on the videos, I kind of have a feeling that the next big new truck simulator might be the Australian one. I think that would be a lot of fun, especially with, you know, actually maybe driving off-road and having the really long road trains, more than 3 trailers. I mean, Australians are insane, mate. I love Australia. Okay, let's do a clutchless upshift. Oops. Yeah. Oh god. That. Oh, because I was. Oh, I went into. I split my range. I mean, split the gears. There we go. I did use the clutch that time. And now I should be using my hazard blinkers, but I refuse to do so because I'm not a hazard. I mean, it's not a hazard. You should know that a truck going uphill, especially a loaded one like that, will be going slowly. But then again, maybe that's expecting too much from the general populace nowadays that just stares at their phones all the time instead of the road. Man, that really irks me, how people can do that. Especially when they're waiting at a red light at an intersection, staring at their phone, and then all of a sudden spotting that the light has turned green. Then they start driving, but still looking down at their phone. It's insanity. I don't know how people can actually do that. It's so crazy.
Go straight.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to. This guy is in the way, and I don't think. Okay. Please let me go. Yeah, that's gonna be a. Ooh, it was almost a crash. But see, again, the reason why I'm doing these aggressive maneuvers is, well, part of the reason is I am using the aggressive traffic mod, and also the more traffic mod, which puts a lot more cars and trucks on the road, which is a lot more realistic. But I suppose, having played a lot of this now, it's not usually very good because the AI is not very good. I mean, yes, it'll do its best to avoid crashes and such, but it's just not very good at predicting things.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Man, I love that exhaust brake, or these jakes, I'm not sure.
Exit right.
Actually, I have to slow down quite considerably here. Alright. Man, that was actually quite a workout. Let's make sure that nobody's there. I didn't do this well. See the trailer. It's going around quite nicely. Reset the camera. Grinding the gears a little bit. Alright, now I can... Oh, we're actually going left here.
Get ready to turn left.
Look at the combine. not from Half-Life.
Turn left.
Come on. There you go. It's gonna be tricky. Hopefully I don't clip this guy. I also have to turn on my engine braking, or Jake. There we go. That worked well. And look at that. Look at that sunset. That is beautiful. I am using the upgraded graphics mod as well, but that is very, very pretty. Should probably turn on my lights. This guy should turn on his lights. So yeah, I'm thinking I won't be babbling all the time, even though people say babble more. But I think it's kind of nice to just drive. There we go.
Right.
Come on. Alright, come to a complete stop. Like a good boy. Make sure that everything is clear. That's not clear. With such a long trailer, I mean, it's kind of tricky getting into intersections, not cutting someone off. But I think now it's pretty nicely clear. I don't have a lot of space here, though. Excuse me, I need a little bit of space on your side, sir. There we go. Lovely. I love all the pneumatic sounds. Oops, I actually didn't do that right. I love all the pneumatic sounds of changing gears. Because, of course, most transmissions in big trucks are pneumatic. Or pneumatically powered, should I say. I believe so, anyway. Which is kind of funny, because that means that if you just start up the truck and immediately want to drive off, well, actually, maybe it doesn't need that much pressure, but I know for a fact that brakes take a couple of minutes to actually come to a safe operating pressure, because just like on a train, the brakes on a truck, at least on the trailer, but possibly also the truck itself, I'm not sure, are always engaged, and it's the pressure of the system, of the pneumatic system, that actually disengages the brakes. So in case the trailers get detached for whatever reason, you know, the brakes will immediately apply and brake, so hopefully preventing a huge crash. Even though a runaway trailer at high speeds is still a pretty darn scary thing. We have 6.5 hours pretty much to go at far too high a speed. That's what it's quite a high speed for these turns with this large trailer. Alright. There we go. See, that's another reason these very short intersections and on-ramps and such are quite annoying. Because what I usually do in real life anyway, and I don't drive a truck, but just with a car, when you get off a highway or in an intersection like this, if I was that truck going left, I never brake unless absolutely necessary before I actually get into the lane where I'm turning, because you're basically causing a hazard for the people behind you if you suddenly start braking hard in the lane before you actually get onto the off-ramp or when you get into the turning lane in an intersection. And that's the annoying thing here with this game, because those lanes are so short, you really don't have any possibility of not braking before, especially in a truck. Come on, full power! I'm just gonna leave it an 8th. Actually, no. Right to 7 low. Still full power. as much as possible. Full power as much as possible. That doesn't make any sense. Full power. That's it. But yeah, I'm actually surprised how well these triple trailers are behaving. They're actually not bad at all at taking intersections. Even narrow ones. I'm really pleasantly surprised. Still, you know, the game doesn't simulate moron drivers. Well, it does in a way, but it doesn't simulate. For example, what sometimes happens is when a big truck is turning right, let's take that for an example, in an intersection. It's turning right, and it's going to try and go into the right. Well, if only the right lane is turning right and the left lane is going straight and left, for example, it might sometimes, for sharp turns, have to go into the left lane slightly, or maybe even fully, but still have the right blinker on. And sometimes it happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crapoly. I did not even have my brakes on. That was scary. Oh, that was, yeah. Woo! Anyway, I was not paying attention to the road there. Jeez. Thanks. Anyway, yeah. What sometimes will happen if you're still imagining this. So the truck is almost in the left lane, but actually turning right. And impatient drivers that want to go right will try to undertake it on the right, thinking that the truck is going left, which of course will result in them coming into the truck's blind spots. And if the trucker isn't especially careful about that sort of thing, well, he'll be crushing the car on the right. I think there's probably YouTube videos of that online, so you should probably check that out. So that's not simulated here. Since when are there actual advertisements in the game? Do I have a mod for that? I'm not sure. I don't think I put a mod in for real companies and such. Might have, though. Wow, look at that. We have a triple trailer and we're catching this guy up. Yeah, I have to be a lot more careful with the corners, though. Let's try to stay away from these guys. Go slowly. There we go. Yeah, that's quite an interesting rule of the, traffic rule they have in the US. I believe in most states, when you see a police officer parked on the hard shoulder like that, on the motorway, or freeway, or whatever, you're supposed to have one lane free between you and them. So if there was a police officer here on the right shoulder, I would actually have to go into the left lane. Of course, not on this road because it's not a highway. But you know, I would still use my blinkers and probably go towards the center of the road. And the reason for that is because in the U.S., unlike in Europe, I think for the most part in Europe, the police, if they do stop you on the freeway slash motorway slash whatever you would call it, they will always have a LED sign at the back saying "Follow me" or whatever, and they will usually get you to the first off ramp and then stop you there somewhere at a safe spot. However, in the US, it's very usual for the police to actually stop people right on the motorway. And that is why you have this rule, because there's been quite a few accidents of people, of course, being on their phones and actually smashing into the side of a police car or whatever that was on the hard shoulder, probably thinking, you know, glancing up from their phone, seeing lights on the hard shoulder in the distance, and then just sort of gravitating towards them because they're thinking, oh, that's where the lane is, and then not really looking up, thinking that a car has been stopped there. I mean, it's insane. But yeah, I think that that's quite a good rule for the safety of the people that are stopped and the police officers. But then again, I also don't understand why they don't just take them to the next exit. I suppose it's the whole thing with US police where if you don't stop almost immediately, it's almost seen as you trying to run away. I'm not sure. I'm talking out of my arse here.
Turn left.
So just remember that. Please pull in for a vehicle inspection. Alright.
Turn left.
Yeah, I can't right now.
Rerouting.
Right, there we go. So it's over there.
Turn left.
There's a loaded, is the right lane. Yeah, I think it would be a lot safer. Oh my god, look at the turns we'll have to be doing there. That's not nice.
Rerouting.
I think it would be a lot safer if they actually did have people get off the freeway and then stop there. But, you know, I'm not really a legislator or anything, so I don't know. Okay, 46 tons. Have a nice journey. Thank you. So now we have to take this hard right, left. Didn't that go else?
Get
No.
ready to
Okay.
turn left.
So I have to take this like this. See, this is the
Turn
case where
left.
a car might come on my left and just try to pass me. Okay, let's make sure there's no one there. This is gonna get interesting. How much fuel do we have? We have a bit. Not that much though. Ooh.
Recomputing.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit off-road, but it's not a huge deal. Actually, where can I get in there? It seems like you can just drive onto this. I do want some fuel. Yeah, this is just a gravel gas station, eh? Interesting. Alrighty. Let's get some gas. This is actually quite good. Alright. 322. That's not the cheapest, but oh well. Still a lot cheaper than in Europe. Lovely. Yeah, that's okay. The trailers will do fine. Yeah, these trailers are exceptionally well behaved. I am pleasantly surprised. Okay, now let's try to avoid destroying the gas station. Now where do I get out? You know, that sound for a longest time always made me think that I was getting a ticket. And now we have to do another very sharp turn here. There we go.
Get ready to turn right.
Yes, I know. How much time do we have for
Right.
this thing? 23 hours. So we're completely fine. Hopefully no one there. We're fine. Excuse me. And then another right.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Okay, I'm doing 1,000 things. I'm trying to turn my... Oh yeah, that's a stop sign, so let's come to a complete stop. I'm trying to split the gears, I'm trying to use the blinkers, I'm trying to... Oh, good. I'm trying to turn the wheel, turn the camera. So yeah, track IR here that would be the optimal way to play, I suppose. Or maybe the optimal way to play would be with a VR. I've never tried this in VR, but I think it would be a lot of fun. Let's see how our trailer is doing. It's doing fine. I don't know why I'm moving the camera right to look at that mirror, where I have that mirror right at the top anyway. Oops, I changed the range and split the gears into high by mistake. But oh well. But yeah, we're doing good so far, I would say. Apart from that 1% damage of the trailers, which, well, that was bad, but I will defend myself. It was not just my fault. It was the fault of the AI. Please. Man, this game is fun. I've spent so much time in Euro Truck Simulator 1, Euro Truck Simulator 2, American Truck Simulator. I've also played, what is this? I've also played 18 Wheels of Steel back in the day. And I just like big vehicles like that. It's a lot of fun. So it's 40 past midnight. Lovely. 60 for trucks. Alrighty. Power! Okay, I'm going to change, even though it seems to be a... No upslope. Okay, let's see. So now we have a full tank of gas. Almost 300... Yeah, 300 gallons, I guess, is in this... in the tanks. Both of them. That's insane. Okay, we're at the speed limit. Let's put the cruise control on. 8 high. So that's the most economical here. Let's see, 62. There we go. 5.7 instant consumption. That's not bad. Ooh. It's, yeah, these corners can be a little scary at times. But it makes sense, of course. I mean, you know, either you're using the brakes or engine braking or jakes or exhaust brakes, and you're putting sort of opposite rotational force on the wheels, which means that if it's a situation where they might slip, there'll be a higher chance they will slip. Okay. Final gear. There we go. Speed limit reached. I don't have the truck governed here, as you might have noticed before. We came to like 80 miles per hour and such. But yeah, I think that usually these trucks are actually governed. You also might have noticed these... See that small sign? Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea to heat that. Somewhat, anyway. Yeah, that's something you don't... Oops, what am I doing? That you don't usually see in Europe, or at all. Actually, yeah, sometimes, on very rare occasions you do. There are speed advisories. There are advisories at what speed you should take a corner. But having driven in the US myself with a car, I think they're mostly meant for trucks, really, because it was like I was going 55 miles an hour through some forest roads, and all of a sudden it said 20 miles an hour, you know, advisory down there. And it was a slight bend like this. So, I don't know. Oh, Arthur has leveled up. So I think they're either meant for trucks or they're very, very... what's the word? Conservative about the speeds. You know, just so no one can say, oh, you told me that the advisory speed was this. I don't think you could actually sue the state with that. If you were to crash doing the advisory speed and you still crashed, I don't think that would hold water in any case. I think they would just say that, well, that's the advisory speed. Whatever the road conditions were, you weren't paying attention and you didn't adjust your speed to the road conditions. So yeah, that would probably what would happen. Which is correct, you know. Instead of looking at your darn phone, look at the bloody road. I love clutchless shifting, and especially upshifting, but I'm not very good at it. Alright, let's get into the slow lane, so people can pass us, because we are a pretty big truck and we'd rather take it slow and careful. than crazy. So we're in Burns now. $25. Alright. 25 then. So we still have 2.5 hours to go. But, you know, we'll be fine. And we're going to continue next time. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for listening to my rants and babbling. And I'll see you in the next part of American Truck Simulator. Bye-bye.